And so that started thinking, as in like, so who, where, what?
Exactly, yeah.
Did I leave my God or did he leave me? You know?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Brothers and sisters in Islam, we are back with another series of The Journey. I'm sure most of our brothers and sisters are excited to see who is coming next. Yeah, who we are going to bring forward to talk about their journey in Islam. So today we have a very special guest, which basically I just know this person recently. And what we are going to do is that we're going to ask more questions so that we will also gain some iman, you know, so that we, in this Ramadan month, we can actually, you know, focus on our, also building our iman through the stories that will inspire us. Inshallah, we'll bring forward our sister, okay, as I said, we never mentioned, but it's a sister today, and Alhamdulillah, she is Sister Elaine, who's a Chinese revert, who's going to be with us. Come, sister. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Come have a seat. MashaAllah. How are you? Good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for being with us on this special show. The Journey. This is our second season that we are doing it. Alhamdulillah. Good. So I think most of our people, most of our brothers and sisters would like to, probably you want to introduce yourself, because I think you're more, you're more experienced, right? If I start asking questions, I'll be like, oh, probably you want to start by introducing yourself, inshallah.
All right. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, thank you very much, Brother Roger from Inspirasi Muallaf, for having me over here today. So my name is Elaine Aisyah Abdullah. This is my 24th year of Ramadan.
Oh, mashallah. MashaAllah.
Right, so raised in a typical Chinese family. My previous religion was being a Buddhist, but not really very much into like learning Buddhism. But then, Alhamdulillah, over the years, it took me about 4 years to learn and to get to know about Islam. And yeah, I'm a Muslim today.
So you're 24 years into Islam,
Yes.
mashallah. So I think most of our brothers and sisters in Islam, they would like to know what actually, made you to choose Islam. You know, what made you like, okay, I want to be a Muslim? You know, there's a story. Everyone has a story that inspire many people, including me. When I meet a new revert or a revert, I like to know actually. It's an inspiring story. Even though I've been in it as a Muslim for 10 years, it's still inspiring. You know, because hidayah is different way Allah actually, you know, give it to us, right? Probably what made you want to share with us, inshallah.
Okay, it's a journey. It's a journey. I've heard many stories. Some people, they have like just this dream or a certain incident that happened that like, you know, make them want to revert.
Okay.
Like for me, it took me about 4 years. Okay, it all started with curiosity. It all started with like mixing with a lot of Muslim friends from schools, colleges and all that, universities, and started with curiosity. Why Muslims go into the toilet pun ada doa? Why are there prayers going into the bathroom, the toilets? Because from what I knew, like doa makan, doa tidur and all that, it's very common. But why is this religion so comprehensive until there are prayers going into the toilet? That's one of the things. And then another one, what really touches me was, I remember when I was young, I stayed, as I mentioned, I raised in a Buddhist kind family. So when mom asked to pray to this God with this statue, I just take the joystick and we just pray lah. Mom asked ma. Then when go to grandma's house got another statue with a different look, different color, different look. Yeah. So grandma asked to pray. Okay, pray lah. All right. So then it struck me when I was away in overseas studies for a couple of years. I was like, there's no statue, so do I pray? And there's no statue, there's no God that overseas. I was in Switzerland. And so that started thinking, as in like, so who, where, what?
Exactly, yeah.
Did I leave my God or did he leave me? You know? So then again, there was, Allah has sent me friends, Muslim friends, along the journey to also kind of guide me.
Okay.
So when I came back from overseas studies, I actually was put into internship in Singapore.
Okay.
So in Singapore, again, I was so-called touched and guided by a Muallaf friend. One day he told me, you got so many questions, why not you take a bus from here? Siap, he told me kan, from here you can take a bus to dekat Geylang, Muiz,
okay.
kan, Majlis Agama Islam Singapore. So I said, well, nothing much to do today kan, lepas shift at the hotel kan, I internship at the hotel. So I just took a bus, then I went to the pejabat that he told me to. The moment I stepped in, mashallah, I look at many, they were actually like having a briefing. So in the briefing hall, tak ada Melayu. And that was my first impression, no offense to anyone. But it's like all international races, like in the sense that they are orang UK, people from from different nationality countries. So my first thing is like, Islam is not for Malays. Or actually, it's like, and why all these so-called high standard people, at that time kan, high standard people, orang UK, orang US and all that, also want to know about Islam. And they can become Muslim. So from there, again, it opens up my perspective and perception that Islam is universal. It's for everyone.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, so from there, I learned, I signed up for like classes. And
that was 4 years back.
Oh no, that was like 20
4 years before
during
you
convert,
become a Muslim. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so the classes and with one-to-one with the ustazah and conducted in English. And again, was like, English. So it's something closer.
English,
Can.
Because we are in that mindset here, right?
Correct.
That if you look at people, you think, okay, that's why this is the misconception people have. If they look at, like example, like even our families now, and this is a misconception that is brought forward by generation, right?
Exactly.
You know, if you are a Muslim, then you're a Malay.
Yep.
You become a Muslim, you're a Malay immediately, you know.
Exactly.
So this is the concept. But actually, it brought out our mind. Yep. It's brought, like when you go overseas and all, you see, Mat Saleh, like when I went for Umrah and all, I see like all sort of, like colors, skin colors, different race, different countries. You know, so this is something good that you actually brought it up.
Also, like looking at you, for example, we look at you, we may not know you're a Muslim because I think in Malaysia, a lot of people have that perception that its first identity, of course, is the look lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for ladies, of course, kalau hijab macam ni,
confirm, they know. Yeah.
So most of the time when I step into shops, right, let's say it's a Chinese operated shop, right, I'll just speak, years back, I dare not speak Mandarin with them. Because I rasa malu when I first reverted, like macam malu, and I know they're going to ask me a lot of questions. But today, Alhamdulillah, I will initiate speaking with them in Mandarin, knowing that they're going to ask me. This one is like a flow of FAQ. You know already, you go into a Chinese shop, auntie,
you're Muslim
I cakap Mandarin kan? That's like, 怎么你会讲华语? It's like, why you speak Mandarin? Why you speak Mandarin? I say, yeah, I'm a Chinese. Are you Chinese? Then
why are you wearing
why
that?
like that? Is that because I'm a Muslim? Then they get, you see the look on their face is like they cannot match tau macam Chinese tapi pakai hijab.
Betul, yeah, correct.
You know, correct. So and that it's a chance for us to actually dakwah.
Yes,
tell.
Yes. Mashallah.
So I
think that is a very good concept of da'wah as well, right? But okay, I've got a question for you, and I think most of my brothers and sisters will also probably want to know. Was it difficult for you to adapt to the Muslim or the way we in our life as a Muslim? Like you were talking about hijab, right? After you become a Muslim, immediately you wear hijab, or was there a transition period?
Okay.
How did it go for you?
All right, transition period. But I want to highlight, right, for brothers and sisters or any non-Muslims who are watching this program, right? Islam doesn't stop us from any other races, from practicing our original customs, adat, our festives and all that.
Correct.
Our lifestyle, provided it doesn't clashes with what Islam is teaching. It's not shirik. For example, so to me it's like that not much changes except for like food and also hijab, it comes later. So like for example, today is Qingbing, is the Chinese bersihkan kubur. There's like once a year. So the objective.
Is it the angry ghost time? Is it?
It's not angry ghost. Today is just a day where.
See again, I don't know, right?
Satu Malaysia, we must. No. So again, the objective of the festive is actually to remember our ancestor. And we just go and clean up the cemetery.
So it's called Qingbing. Qingbing. Okay.
And normally it rains.
It rains. Okay.
Just the belief lah. So again, we have many Muallaf Chinese Muslim brothers and sisters actually go back to their hometown and help just be with the family to clean up the ancestors' cemetery, as in the kubur, kan? So, but the belief is, I'm not there to sembah diorang.
Yes.
I'm not there to sembah, but I'm actually there as together, silaturahim with the non-Muslim family. And for all we know, inshallah, by them Islamic family seeing us, we are actually still with them. That's actually
doesn't change anything. Exactly.
So back to your question, like, does it change a lot? Yes, I would say in terms of food, of course, we need to be aware what can eat, what cannot be eat. But you can still eat with your family member together.
Yes.
I think a lot of people say, you cannot eat with your family anymore. Why cannot?
Yeah, exactly.
Can eat together. But
yes.
what you eat lah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So eat together. We were many occasions in the past almost 20 years, like grandma's birthday. You know, Chinese apa-apa also like to eat lah. Grandma's birthday, wow, do like the restaurant, 10 tables. Then they'll be like, hey, but how are you?
5-6 courses.
You cannot eat.
You cannot
Susah lah, you cannot eat. Things like that. But again, I can eat. But don't worry, it's either we order separately for me, or I can tapao KFC.
Okay. But I'm still there. My presence is still there.
But my presence are there. Or we can prepare something. I still. So it's like you cannot eat with your family. Can,
yes.
So that kind of misunderstanding is something, brother, we need to. That's why I'm glad that this kind of sessions for us to actually share.
Exactly. So, but your family is accepting, huh?
I must say, initially it was a big objection. A mom was like, hey, you betray us.
Yeah, exactly.
Betray.
So how long that process took for you to bond back with the family? It's not easy, right? I'm sure it took years because it's love, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like your parents who brought you to this world, they expect you to follow them, then you betray them, betrayed. So how long did it take for you?
Couple of years, I would say, gradually lah. So that's why it's again back to the program name, journey. I believe everything that's a journey.
Yes.
So for every reverts, right, that's a journey from the very fiery stage. I say very hot, very fiery, everyone tension. So it will eventually go down. Inshallah.
Yes.
But just how long the process is going to take? There's no one fixed formula.
Yes.
There's no formula.
Yes.
But it's actually how we go through it.
Correct.
Okay, so for myself, it's a lot of dua lah, a lot of prayer, and keep going back to them still. Yeah. So many Muallaf parents will say that you don't come back anymore. Itu I balik dah. I consider I dah hilang anak contoh. But my sharing and my recommendations to all the new Muslim brothers and sisters, keep going back.
Yeah, exactly.
Parents only say.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Because they're angry.
They still love you actually,
Correct.
right? They think it's different.
Yes.
Okay, with this, actually we'll take a short break. Again, this program is specially brought to you by Gar Global and also Rogers Chocolate. Don't forget to tune in again just in a while back, in a while to come, yeah? Assalamualaikum. Okay, we are back with Sister Elaine. Welcome back, Sister. MashaAllah. So very interesting conversation, a journey. You know, everyone has a journey to share. And today we are very happy actually to have Sister Elaine with us to share about her journey. Okay, the next question that I'm going to ask you, Sister, is basically, I mean, in your 24 years, right? You say 24, right? In your 24 years as a Muslim, and I wouldn't say Muallaf, but it's a Muslim. We are a Muslim now, right? Did you go through any sort of like challenges? I'm sure we all challenge,
Yep.
but specifically like something that really like could just bring you down at that particular or a long term. That, and how did you come out with it? You know, probably it's good that we know because our Muslim brothers, when they look at our Muallaf, they know that they are going through challenges, you know, but they wouldn't know, macam mana ni, how would I, you know, help them, you know, probably, for example, you know, probably you would like to share something about your challenges, if it's okay with you.
Okay, yeah, with the intention to share. So it's a very good question because for new Muslims, or I think everyone have challenges in life. So for myself, key challenges. After I revert, my work, my career, and also pertaining to how I look. Because you see, back then I was working in a hotel.
Ah, so that's why you were saying you were internship in a hotel,
Yes.
right? Okay.
I was 10 years in the hotel industry, and then after 10 years in the MLM, direct selling industry.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah, but not as the seller, but actually in the office. So both these industries are actually, okay, first of all, hotel industry. Hospitality industry doesn't allow hijab. Back then, I think now quite longer.
Okay, yeah.
Back then. So being someone who are at the front end, like marketing and public relations and all that, no matter what, the owner, the boss will prefer someone who have free hair. And they hired me because of the free hair. I can speak multi-language and blah and all that, right? So then when I showed my intention to start to hijab, kind of my value goes down.
Allahu Akbar.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, mashallah.
We hire someone, and then some more American-based hotels, American-based direct selling company. They would want that image, their spokesperson, to have that image.
Yeah.
So then it came to a challenge as in like, I mean, they still hire me, but I do realize that I'm trying to do something good in my religion, but my value goes down. And then someone told me, say that, you sure you want to berhijab? You cari makan because of your, you know, all that in marketing.
Yeah.
So you better think twice. Then I was like, yes, I think twice. I think. I said, if I do something good, Allah will guide me.
Yes,
and I do something right that Allah asked me to. Inshallah, Allah will give me rezeki daripada Allah, bukan rezeki daripada my boss lah. So there was one thing that I urged everyone. I mean, Islam already gave us like the full guide.
Yes, exactly.
From morning until night, we sleep, from born until death.
Mashallah.
So we follow, inshallah, it will not go wrong lah. So
I agree with you on certain terms. Like a lot of people come to a point, and this is happening in Malaysia as well, that they choose not, I'm sorry, I mean, probably this might touch some of you all, but the intention is good to share so that we can have an open conversation. In Malaysia, I think there are people who, you know, when they are out with the family, they are berhijab. But when they go to work, they take out their hijab. Why they say it's you know, cari makan, like what you said, right? I agree with you.
The company
but
pay you
which
for
comes first, right? Is it a darurat situation? This is my question always. Is it a darurat? Can you find another job?
True.
If you trust in Allah, if you believe in Allah, inshallah, Allah will give you and guide you, and He will definitely give you the rizki.
Yep.
You know, so it's not a darurat situation. You know, that they are going to chop your head. You know, if you don't this one, you can get jobs as well. You know,
Exactly.
Inshallah. Thank you for sharing this. Really, it really enlightened, you know, a lot of my brothers and sisters as well. Inshallah. So as before we end this, mashallah, I would like to know, what do you do now? And probably you want to, you know, share what do you do. And I think I know what you do. But
Okay,
it's interesting that a lot of people don't know it, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
a good question to continue what I said earlier on. So with that, I keep praying to Allah, you know, please give me a job that is closer to my religion, closer to Islam, and do something which is like really benefiting
MashaAllah.
the ummah, and something that using my leverage on what Allah has given me.
Allah.
So pray, and then about 5 years back, my sister, she's still a non-Muslim. She's in the financial planning industry. So she said, hey, why don't we do something together? Again, brother, because relationship with the family was earlier part we spoke about. There was kind of like not say
fading off a bit,
feeling off a bit, a bit of friction, as in like, oh, now you're like macam ada satu border.
Yeah.
Then when Allah sent this offer to me through my sister, I was like, hey, financial planning.
Yeah.
She's been in the industry by then, was like about 12 years
Mashallah.
doing financial planning with the conventional market. Conventional as a non-Muslim. Then she said, why not you come on board and do the Islamic market?
Allahu Akbar,
I was like,
MashaAllah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
And we know in the in Malaysia, Malay market, Islam market, in terms of financial, it's very, very low awareness. It's still a big gap to fill. So I was like, my God, okay, Allah given me this opportunity. So we joined venture. So few things. After I joined with her, we have a lot more engagement and activities closer to my sister and the family. And then also I learned a lot more about like faraid, hibah, all these Islamic finance related matters. So my daily activities now, I'm an Islamic financial planner. So I've gained certified financial planner and also Islamic financial planner certifications. So I focuses on Islamic inheritance planning. So meaning like how do we plan all the assets that Allah loaned to us in this dunya to benefit our life and also help the rest, and how do we also plan for akhirat?
Correct.
So dunya dan akhirat, how do we use the assets that Allah has given to plan? So
interesting topic actually. And I think one of the things is that I personally want to know as well, right? But because we have a very limited time, inshallah we will talk more on this for another series to talk about faraid, Islamic planning. Because a lot of people do not know, like what I shared with you, right?
Exactly.
We know that when we are not around, as a man, we're talking about men. Now, as the ketua keluarga, when you're not around, you know your money goes where, right? Yes. But we don't know, do we need to do the proceeding of it?
Exactly.
Or we just leave it, okay lah, I'm done. And the money will whatever go. No, it doesn't go.
Kena usaha.
Alright? Yes,
usaha.
You have to do something. That's why you have to look for people like Sister Elaine, right?
Have to do something lah. Because a lot of people think, oh tak adil. Islam tak adil. Wanita dalam Islam tak ada hak. And then say, oh once you peluk Islam, all your assets will go to orang Melayu or go to Baitumal. And then being a wife, you punya hak very sikit. So all these are macam myth.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
this is a
kind
myth.
of myth or what. But if you don't even know, you don't plan, Allah pun kata kan, kita kena usaha. Kita kena usaha. So masya-Allah, look forward to more.
So any very quickly, any last words, like any inspiring words for our viewers, inshallah.
Alright, so to all my beloved brothers and sisters, life is about a journey from Allah to Allah, back to Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay. And back to today's program, journey. So every Muallaf, any new Muslims, we have our own journey. So it's how you paint your journey, how you create your journey to become, a blessed one by Allah, and how we plan. So journey, dia tak ada macam straight je. Dia mesti, up and down and all that.
No fun, I'm straight.
Yes, it's like, it can be a roller coaster. It could be like a fair road. So, stay dedicated lah. To me, it's like kuatkan iman, istiqomah. Yeah, there's a lot of things, and we have big community here.
Yes,
like Brother Roger with a lot of programs and all that. So again, it's reach out when you feel lonely and you feel you have problems. Actually, you're not alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, many people are actually facing bigger problems, or maybe your problem had already been overcome by someone else who had the same situation. So speak up, get help, and then. We're here to support.
Exactly.
Yep.
Mashallah. Thank you very much, my dear sister. That's an inspiring word. To reach out. The word is reach out. Don't be alone. Right? This is the word we are leaving you with today. Our session with Sister Elaine with the journey. So the journey is brought to you especially by GA Global and also Rogers Chocolate. And don't forget, stay tuned for our next series of the journey coming to you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, sister, for
Welcome.
being with us.
Thank you.